Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition here on Serious Gaming. I'll have to hurry.
What is Lady Pentecost? Where?
So I need to go up here and do my best to be as fast as possible. Alright. So I don't want to lose too much court approval. Alright, there's nothing there, but there is stuff on the other side.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Alright. Florian was the last one. Alright. Okay. Search the library for clues. Gotta hurry. Elven cowl. Alright.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
Alright, have to hurry. Don't have much time.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
I'm here on important business concerning the entire Empire.
As am I, it seems. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Clene on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Clene is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Clene alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough. For the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
Why did you kill the agent? You might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
All right.
Oh, sweet Gérard. My fifth husband fell to his death from the bell tower of the
So many crimes of fashion.
To this day.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
The things courtiers get up to.
Indeed.
Why would the Empress invite that elf woman?
The game, of course. Clene has something up her sleeve.
Galida Tsuris Yavash, eldest daughter of the
Duke Gaspard.
I didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so well versed in the game.
I wonder
was
if
sent
the
by
Inquisitor
Andraste.
feels
Hello?
the same.
Of course he'd play the game.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
Need to speak with Briala.
Sire Honorine Chastain, Chevalier of the Empire. Champion of the Grand Tourney of Tantervale, bearer of the Viridian Signet of Bravery and the Golden Star of Orlais, and patroness of the great artisan Bal de Serre.
Is this it? Just looking at each other and what? I'm waiting for the party to start.
Making any new friends?
Not as many as you. You can... not going anywhere.
I'm not making any friends. I'm making political contacts.
You were acquainted with my darling
Mistress
elf.
Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again.
Is it true the Inquisitor was allied out of the Fade by Andraste?
Inquisitor Adar. The stories claimed you were barely capable of speech. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Clene and Gaspard?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and fought a dozen skirmishes on the Navarran border. He's a simple man. Simple men aren't hard to manipulate. Clene is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. Reason looks for compromise. Reason doesn't choose radical change, however sorely it may be needed.
I had a question about you, Briala.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good at what I do. And so that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
What's your story? How is an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Empress Clene and I have... history. There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What do you mean, we had a falling out?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up charge to save her political reputation. It wasn't personal. It's the game. That's how all Orlesians justify these things to themselves. It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven friend.
If she doesn't win you back to her side, what do you intend to do?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a child putting all my hopes on a single ball. This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging. Not as progressive or persuadable as his cousin. But with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
I'm surprised you'd admit that, considering the circumstances.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, the court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
I want to know more about the peace talks. You might be interested in what I've found. It's about you, actually. I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people are hidden all over the palace.
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
You murdered negotiators and stole their documents.
In Orlesian politics, Inquisitor, murder and intrigue barely count as trying. If that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
All right then.
My friend, come in, have a drink. What can I do for you? You've been busily charming the court, I see.
I'd like to know more about you.
All of Orlais knows my story. But you, my friend, are far too sensible to be Orlesian. The heart of it is simple. I am the rightful heir to the throne of Orlais. But my cousin, Celine, is a politician, while I am a man of action. She charmed the Council of Heralds. They gave the crown to her, and while it looks fetching on her, I intend to take it back.
What's your claim to the throne?
The 100 Days Cough swept Val Royer in 877. It killed thousands of children, royalty and commoner alike. There are only 3 living grandchildren of Emperor Judicael I. Myself, my sister Floriane, and Celine. And I am the eldest. By rights, the crown should have passed to me.
If you're the rightful heir, how did Celine become Empress?
I am the oldest, but I lack the Valmont name. My mother was the late Emperor's sister. Celine is a Valmont. Her honored father was my mother's brother. But she is the youngest. When there is any doubt surrounding the line of succession, the matter falls to the Council of Heralds. Celine outplayed me, forming alliances on the Council for support. So they passed over me in her favor.
Just what are you claiming? Her crown? Or her head?
If Celine loses her head, it will not be my doing. I want my empire. I do not wish harm on my cousin, but I would not weep at her demise.
I have a question about the peace talks. What are you hoping to achieve at the negotiations?
I intend to take back what is rightfully mine. Céline stole the crown through politicking, but I am the rightful emperor of Orlais. The Empire has been mired in intrigue for too long. We need a clear course of action.
What action did you have in mind?
The Empire is declining. We cannot allow Nevarra and Ferelden to chip away our borders. I will see Orlais return to glory as the strongest nation in Thedas.
I can understand that.
I knew we were both called to action, my friend.
What will be going on in these negotiations?
We will whittle one another down with words until we are bored into agreement. Céline will talk circles around us, that elf will glower and cast suspicion everywhere, and I will get very drunk. Somehow, by the time they stop serving drinks, our war will be ended. Politics, my friend.
I get the distinct impression that you don't enjoy politics, Duke Gaspard.
In Orlais, they call it the Great Game. They believe it is something you can play and win. But there are no winners. Like dogs playing wicked grace, it is a mockery of action. Give me a battlefield, Inquisitor. I will show you who the victors are. When I am Emperor, there will be changes. No more of this courtiers' nonsense. The nobles may not like it, but after a few lose their heads, they'll fall in line.
Incidentally, I fully agree with him. Just for a record, who the fuck likes the nobility? Like, this is medieval nobility. Like, the worst kind of history. Killing a couple of them and ending all this crap. Keep in mind, they live in such luxury, while the peasants and the regular people struggle. And they play these fucking games. I mean, I like Sarah, but I can see her fucking point about getting back at these assholes. So, hey, if you want to get back at these assholes, he's your man, basically.
You didn't extend this invitation out of the goodness of your heart, Grand Duke.
As you might have guessed, I'm not the most political man. If the nobles believe the Inquisition supports me, it will help in negotiations. And I take joy in watching the scandalized expressions when they see us together.
I have a question about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Céline and Briala?
Briala may be called ambassador, but she is purely a spy. She works towards some hidden agenda. Elves have no place in politics. Her presence here is suspicious. Céline is a skilled player in the game. She knows how to get her way with a few words and a smile. But the game is a farce. I will prove that a few hundred chevaliers are better than diplomacy.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about you, in fact. Want to tell me why you were threatening the members of the Council of Heralds?
The language of politics, Inquisitor. If you cannot bribe politicians, you threaten them into backing down. Most of the Council are Céline's lapdogs. There was little chance I could win their support any other way.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about Briala. She's killed ambassadors and changed their documents.
You can prove this? Now that is interesting. What is she trying to accomplish? She bears closer watching than I thought.
She's got people hidden among the servants all over the palace.
I suspected as much, but couldn't confirm it. She's a difficult adversary to predict. There's no telling what move she intends to make.
We'll speak later, Duke Gaspard.
Another time, friend.
Sure. Where are... Ah, there they are. They're bugged.
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to speak with you, of course.
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala. She killed ambassadors from both Clene and Gaspard, and forged documents to both sides.
How despicable!
After the Empress extended her hospitality?
She's better at the game than we thought.
Her people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming, Inquisitor.
She could be spying on our every word. How exciting!
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress, how does the Inquisition benefit?
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the Orlesian Empire with her friendship.
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader. She can forge alliances for you with Rivain, Antiva, the Underfels.
And she throws the best parties.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been properly introduced.
How rude of us to forget.
My Lord Inquisitor, allow me to present Lady Couteau.
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. We are the Empress's ladies-in-waiting.
I'd like to know more about Empress Céline.
Her Majesty has held the throne since she was just 16 years old.
She is respected and beloved, not just in Orlais, but across Thedas.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It seems strange to hold peace talks during a ball.
Oh, do your people have no customs surrounding great occasions? How sad.
By Orlesian tradition, moments of great solemnity are celebrated with revels and feasts.
While joyous occasions are given time for reflection and contemplation.
We must never forget that life is both bitter and sweet.
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future, while we mourn those killed in the war.
What can you tell me about the other parties involved in the talks?
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the Imperial Army, and a legend among chevaliers.
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly make his palace a war camp.
He's also fiendishly charming.
Lady Briala has great intentions to change the lives of the elves for the better.
Even if her plans could never work and would only provoke hate crimes against alienages.
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience could prove disastrous.
What is the Empress trying to accomplish with the negotiations?
Peace is her only objective, Inquisitor.
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires threaten the safety of all Orlesians.
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
Good evening.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
Your time in Kirkwall. Another time.
Ugh. So many crimes of fashion.
I should...
Alright, so I have quite a bit of court approval. I could go here. I think I should go here.
Husband, Lord Inquisitor.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again. You look radiant.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the faith by Andraste? How's your family in Valsheva?
No complaints, my dear, no complaints. You must come to the shop to see.
Oh, I've missed them very much. Little Sylvie must be 10 now, no?
11. And ready up to my elbow.
Doesn't look like negotiations are going well.
Perhaps I shall call on you soon.
Excellent.
Then my 8th husband, Nazaire.
Alright then.
Gaspar is wasting his time.
Did you see Gaspard dance?
He and Celine aren't getting anywhere. It's obvious.
Gaspar is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now. Should have considered it.
Gaspard is not wasting his time. Mark my words on that particular point. It will not end so well for
This could be worth checking out.
There's a lot of ground to cover, and not much time.
Caught in the middle of this crap. What fully qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook?
They always kill the servants first, my dear. Otherwise they could run and warn someone.
Oh sure, reasonable, innit? Friggin' garbage.
Vivian is right, though. You may not like it, but she is right. Alright. In order to get up there... Okay. All right. More dead servants. Wait.
Shall we have a look around?
Another one. I need 3 of these babies in order to open the way. This one's a dead end.
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a Council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke. Predatory agents!
Alright.
Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Of course they are. We came from that side, right? We jumped down from there. Okay. Some gold, not a lot, but still useful. So I have 90 items out of 90. Probably should get rid of some of them at the very least. I'm gonna keep some formal attire. All right. Alright. That's a way back. It's locked at the moment. Yeah. There's no path there. The boss fight does await for me. Forward. Well, that's clearly bugged. Oh well, it went away. I should disable that potion chugging. Cause I will alright, Sarah. Okay. How good does that? It's actually better than what I have. But there is obviously a catch. It requires a slightly higher level. Slightly higher, not much higher. I think I might just be able to actually achieve that level. Still losing court approval, but not much, and I'll probably not drop below 60. Alright. Wait, I haven't been here before, so there might be something around here. I got confused for a second, thinking I might have been here already, but no, that's not the case at all. Wait, I need to get to an upper level inside the place. So how do I do that? Need to find a staircase. Where the fuck is it? Wait. There we go. I do have enough. But is this worth it? I mean, it would be worth it if your intention was to make peace between the two of them.
An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Clene.
Oh yes, very unwise. Not gonna go for that. I do have other stuff that I want to do, but really, you can use that to mend relations between her and Briala, if you so desire. Can't imagine what. People who think Clene is worth a damn. Like, Briala is a different matter, but you can get Briala. Okay. So, use my ultimate right there.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
Aren't you supposed to be negotiating, Ambassador?
Welcome to the Imperial Court, friend. This is our diplomacy at work. You clean this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Orlesian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
If only
More
those...
politics and double dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
Wait, did I deal with the Harlequin? Right there with that group? I expected a boss battle, but apparently no. And really, why are you so pissed off, Cassandra? You know exactly what you were getting yourself into here. Every single person once. And you may scoff at the political bullshit. Welcome to how the world is run, bitch. This is why I dislike Cassandra. She's one of those characters that I hate everything she represents. Here's someone who takes a piss on politics. You might say, well, doesn't Gaspard do the same? Gaspard hates the nobility, he hates the games. He hates specific political games. Very specific ones. That's fine. You know, you can play politics, you may understand how they work without scoffing at the whole idea of it. But still take issue with certain political acts, like Gaspard does. Cassandra, even though she is involved politically, she was the bloody hand of the divine, and she's like, yeah, I hate politics. So fuck this character. Besides the fact that she's very badly written and she's a bloody moron.
Did you see that knife-eared servant girl in the kitchen? The ginger.
Keep talking. I am starting to believe I was there.
I need to get one of those.
Inquisitor Adar. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do for you, Your Grace?
Indeed you can. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
Very well. Shall we dance, Your Grace?
I'd be delighted. The Tal-Vashoth are hardly known for political maneuvering. Just what interest do you have in our little war?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Floriane?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
If I've learned anything, Your Grace, it is to put my trust in no one.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
The Duchess had some interesting things to say.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Morrigan helped me get into the servants' quarters, where I found a group of Venatori and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become Emperor.
Then, the attack on the Empress will happen tonight.
Warning Céline is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed, and to flee would admit defeat.
Then perhaps we should let her die.
I like where this is going.
I don't. If Corypheus succeeds...
What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Céline alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Céline. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
The best path? Here's my take on that whole situation. The best path. The status quo can suck a dick. That's my stance.
You're asking me to decide what's best for Orlais.
More than that, whoever controls the Imperial throne will affect all of Thedas.
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision. You must support someone, or all is lost.
Then we should support Céline. She is the rightful ruler. Why would we say otherwise?
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring true peace, not only to the Empire, but also to its elves.
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I may have some sympathy towards the alienage elves. Not the Dalish elves, fuck those assholes. But when it's all said and done, however, my decision is not made by what is best for the elves or best for Empire. Though, what's best for Empire is part of it. But my decision is, what gains the Inquisition more power? What puts it in a stronger position? And what helps us with that? This is one of the things I dislike about Josephine, because she's all for the status quo. And although I think she's charming, I think she's an intelligent character, I strongly disagree with that. Besides, I'm a Loghain fan. If I didn't kill Céline, what kind of a Loghain fan would I be, given what the bitch did with regards to that? The thing she, the whole thing with Kaelin, as much as I hated that character.
I would support Gaspard, provided he's being framed.
Then Céline must die, so he may assume the throne.
Not only that, he would also need to deal with Briala to end the war completely.
First, you'll need proof he's not in league with Corypheus before you hand him anything.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There's no middle ground.
Where is everybody?
I'm still in mourning for my beloved Etienne. No one has ever seen such a violent tailoring accident. But enough talk of them. Lord Inquisitor.
Good evening, milady.
Alright.
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
There is other stuff to deal with.
It is always good to see you, my friend. You seem better at making friends among the nobility than I. Well done.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about you, in fact. There's a Council of Heralds emissary in the servants' quarters. Stabbed to death with your knife.
No. That's impossible. Who would try to pin such a crime on me? The elf? It seems unlike Clene.
We'll speak later, Duke Gaspard.
Another time, friend.
He seems genuinely shocked because he didn't do it.
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
What exactly would the Inquisition get by moving things in your favor?
My spy network doesn't span just the Dales, Inquisitor. It spans the Empire. And even expands beyond its borders. Ears like these don't miss much. Help us, and the secrets of half of Thedas could be within your grasp.
You might be interested in what It's about Gaspard. You think Gaspard was behind the murder of that council emissary and the Tevinter agents in the servants' wing?
Gaspard is ruthless. He wants the throne, but to conspire with Tevinter? That's low even for him. If you intend to stop him, you'll need irrefutable proof. His support. Céline will never end the talks until she has no other choice.
Alright.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the faith by Andraste? Pardon me a moment.
There are various angles to take into consideration when it comes to all of this.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philippe.
Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
I'm curious, what did you hear about the fight with the archdemon?
They say the army of the Inquisition fought a desperate stand at Haven against the forces of an old god. In the thick of battle, you crossed swords with evil itself. The enemy had you outnumbered and cornered, and you cast down a mountain upon the archdemon and escaped.
Even if a tenth of that is true, it's a remarkable feat.
If you like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philippe, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have a chance.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
There must be something here.
Alright. Some Hala statues. How am I losing court approval here? Yeah, pity about the rogue. requirement. Can't open it. I find that annoying though. Not stutter there, but that's probably because I entered this this area. Anyway, so that's the guest wing. All right, there's other stuff to deal with. Just the actual reason I went in there was not to get into the trophy room, but rather to go past it.
Leave us.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
This is a very lucrative idea. Though, quite frankly, this entire mission is not the best in the world. I mean, sure, story-wise it's interesting, but gameplay? Fuck that. Literally, the single worst mission.
There's 3 stacks, but if I take the fox across with a second ring, no, that won't work.
Stick with it. You'll figure it out.
And one of them always lies. Inquisitor.
What a pleasant surprise.
Perhaps you could tell me about the Council of Heralds. What is its purpose?
Of course, my lord. The Council of Heralds exists to oversee the inheritance and creation of new titles of nobility.
Titles outside the royal family are not recognized at court, but they remain part of ancient estates. In the event that there is no clear inheritor to an estate, it falls to us to decide the case.
You haven't seen anything unusual tonight, have you?
Nothing could be more peculiar than Gaspard and Selene dancing together.
Now that you mention it, the royal wing is sealed, and no one knows why.
A great pity. The garden in that part of the palace is exquisite.
Another time, perhaps.
Are all the Delancers here?
Maker, I hope not.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does.
Where
could win
is
over
that
the
lazy
Council of
elf?
Heralds now.
I sent him down to the cellar for more wine hours ago.
Her Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared as usual.
Are we ready to move out?
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Or legions pretend they're petty squab. The Empire would be better off without her.
Interesting. Waste of time.
Alright, Costin here on Serious Gaming signing out. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.